Hi all! Today I'm going to show you how to use the Proquest suite of databases. We know that students who are scholars perform research projects, including short ones and long ones, to draw upon several sources, and that includes scholarly, reliable sources, in order to answer questions. And scholars use multiple print and digital sources in order to do that. So today I'm going to show you a collection of databases called Proquest. Before we begin, we need to talk about why we use databases. A database is a collection of information on a specific subject or area, specifically a computerized collection of such information, or it can be a program designed to store such information. An academic database is a collection of academic journals, magazines, newspapers that you can't otherwise find online because they're usually hidden behind paid-for firewalls, and these are collections that are on topics. So when you are using reliable, relevant, authentic, authoritative sources, you are acting like the Incredible Hulk who backs up his rage with facts and documented sources. So when you take the time to go through and find reliable, authoritative, relevant articles online, it's a lot of work to sort through to figure out why it's authoritative, where it comes from, what the author's origin is. But a database takes some of that work out and is a collection of is a collection of scholarly magazines, newspapers, journals, and those publications pay the database to house their collections. The database I'm going to show you how today uses in a suite of databases called Proquest. And Highline School District has paid for this subscription. So these are resources that you could not find freely available online. They are usually hidden behind a paid firewall. And so Proquest pays those publishers to house theirs in a database, and then Highline pays for the subscription. So to get there, you go to proquestk12.com. Do not do a Google search for Proquest because otherwise it will take you to the wrong page. You need to type in the URL. And again, the URL is proquestk12.com. And it's a homepage that looks like this. You scroll down to where it says Product Login and click there. And maybe it's going to go slow. There we go. And the username is the same for every student in the Highline School District, and that is Highline PS, and the password is Burian98. Again, the username is Highline PS, and the password is Burian98. Then you click Submit, and it will take you to a screen that looks like this. Once you have reached the menu of options, then you come to a screen like this, and you need to choose which database you're going to use. This describes a little bit what everything is. Search Discoverer is a database designed for students in grades 1 through 9, so I highly recommend this one for middle school students. It is content developed, curated for middle school students. There's eLibrary, Proquest, Culturegrams, Proquest Literature, and History Study Center. So you can choose which one you want, and I'm going to start with Search Discoverer. Search Discoverer it's designed for students in grades 1 through 9, and because of that, it has some things that make it pretty easy to use for searching. So when you type in what you're searching for, so perhaps you are looking for information about uniforms in schools, you type in your keyword, and this functions on a keyword search, not a question query, so you need to type in a phrase, and then you can see at a glance just a little bit about the article, what its Lexile score is, so you can sort it by reading level. You can see when it was published, so this one was published in April 30th, 2019, so it's last spring. You can scroll down and see all the information that you want about it. On the left over here, you can sort it by when it was published, so within the last 12 months, so you can narrow it down. But When you click on your article, you can listen to it by clicking the listen button, and this is a voice to text. You can save it to your Google Drive, so you'll have this article later for offline use. You can cite the source, so click on Cite will automatically generate your citation that you just have to copy and paste into your document. And to be able to demonstrate that you can meet standard on using authoritative sources, you need to be able to cite your source. So keep it on MLA 8, that's what our school uses for citing sources, and then highlight, copy and paste your citation, just copy, and then paste it into your document. So Search Discover is quite easy to use. eLibrary is another one of the databases in the Proquest suite, and it looks a little bit different. And it is designed for older students, so students in grades like 6 through 12. To search eLibrary, again, this also functions by keyword search, not by questions. You type in what you're looking for. So again, if we do our school uniforms keyword search, this has many more articles than in Search Discover. So this one is 81,000. It was like 600 something in Search Discover. But you can sort on the left over here based on multimedia. So this means videos or transcripts of interviews or scholarly journals or magazines or newspapers or even online books. You can sort it by publication date. And because eLibrary is designed for middle school and high school students, it still has the Lexile score, so the readability of the article. When you open up the article, you can see this is what the article looks like. It's been translated. You can save it to your Google Drive, you can cite it. But as you read this article, you can see that it is not a full text article. So that is a problem when you're looking at eLibrary and Proquest. It doesn't always have a full text article. Because eLibrary focuses mostly on multimedia and photos to accompany text. But if you scroll down, you can see a description of what the article will be about. So eLibrary is another choice. Again, for most students, I recommend Search Discover, but you are welcome to and should investigate both sources or both databases to see which has the best resources for you. The final database I'm going to show you how to use is called Proquest, which is probably the most famous of the databases. Proquest is designed for college and university students and has been around for a long, long time. The readability of these articles is much higher than it is in Search Discover or eLibrary. And you need to and it has many articles in languages other than English. You have to be very careful when you are searching in Proquest that you have checked this box that says full text. And then when you search for your keyword of uniforms, it takes a while to think. And because Proquest is such a large database, sometimes it does time out. And I have found that if I have too many tabs on my computer open, or if everybody in my family is online at the same time, sometimes Proquest just needs to be reloaded. So school uniforms, if I search for school uniforms, you can see I have 900,000 results, which is many more results than I found in Search Discover or eLibrary. You can sort by publication date. You can sort by subject, so you can refine it that way. By document type, so news or article or annual report. You can sort it by language. So if you want to be reading in Spanish, you can change to make sure that they are only in Spanish. But you can choose your article. Now you can see that these articles do not include the Lexile level. So you open up your article, and again, this is a bigger database than Search Discover and eLibrary, so it takes a while to load. So you open up the article and then let it load. And I'm having trouble getting this article to load, and I think that's partly because the internet in my house is not as good as the internet in my school. When it is open, you open up your article, you can scroll down, you click over to details, you can save it as a PDF, but when you change it to Cite, this is not as easy to use as it is in eLibrary or MLA. You pull down that button, you change it to MLA 8, and then you can copy and paste it. So you just have to make that other step. You can, when you say done, then it saves it. And then you can see other options. You can save it to your Google Classroom or to your Google Drive. You can export it as a PDF or a Microsoft product. But again, this database has more complex texts and is designed for college students. So again, so this is Proquest database. If you have any questions about how to access these databases, please email me. I would love to help you. Again, this is proquestk12.com, and you have to log in, and the username is HighlinePS, and the password's Burian98. And it is the same username and password for everybody in the Highline School District. So make sure that you share that with your family. And if you need to email and ask for help, my email is kim.mester@highlineschools.org, and I would love to help you. Thank you.